A U.S. passport once symbolized freedom to travel, but that's no longer guaranteed when it comes to Canada. Silent bans are being quietly enforced at the border, and most Americans are completely unaware of why they're being denied entry. From criminal records to political leanings, the reasons might genuinely surprise you. Could your name be on that list without you even knowing? Let's break it down. Number 10. Those with DUI or drug-related offenses. Imagine a single night of poor judgment in college. Just one party, one mistake, and now it's the reason you can't enter Canada. That's the reality many face. A lone DUI charge, even from 10 or more years ago, can get you banned from crossing the border. Seriously, no Tim Hortons stops, no Instagram-worthy Niagara Falls pics. Just a firm denial from Canadian officials. In Canada, DUI is treated as a significant criminal offense under the Immigration and Refugee Protection Act. And drug charges? Even minor ones like possession could land you on the no-entry list. Think that tiny weed citation doesn't matter anymore? Think again. What's worse is that it doesn't matter whether it happened in your rebellious youth or you're now a meditation-loving parent of 3. Unless you've gone through special channels for permits or rehabilitation documents, you're not crossing that border. Yes, a single youthful mistake could cost you the right to visit Canada forever. Number 9. People with serious criminal convictions. Ever think one bad decision, just 10 minutes of chaos, could get you banned from an entire nation? At Canada's border, that's not exaggeration, it's law. If you've been convicted of a crime punishable by over 6 months in jail, even if you didn't serve that full sentence, you fall under what's called serious criminality, and Canada doesn't make exceptions. You might be a new person, rebuilt your life, paid your dues, raised a family, contribute to your community. But that one felony? It follows you. Whether it was assault, fraud, theft, or even certain gun-related charges, border officers aren't interested in your reasons. They see the record, and that's it. No sympathy. No second chances. No warm Canadian, sorry. And get this, even if the conviction was decades old, you could still be barred. Trying to appeal? Prepare for a long, expensive, and uncertain process. Before we go further, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. Someone you know might unknowingly be on this list. Number 8. Known or linked associates of organized crime. How well do you really know your friends and family? Because in Canada, that matters. Could an old group photo, a few calls, or a cousin's shady side gig stop you at the border? Absolutely. You don't need to be part of a cartel or a mafia ring to get flagged. Canadian immigration law is extremely strict about organized crime. Just being linked to someone involved in criminal networks, without ever being convicted, can be enough to get you blacklisted. No court hearing. No charges. Just association. And it gets more intense. Canada and the US share intelligence. If your name ever appeared in an investigation, maybe as a footnote, you could already be under scrutiny. Old gang ties, questionable business contacts, or even being in the wrong group chat could be a red flag. And this isn't just about movie-style mobsters. It includes modern criminal enterprises, cyber gangs, drug rings, car theft networks. If authorities think you're involved or connected, you're out. No refund. No detailed explanation. Just a border officer saying, "Sorry, not today." The scariest part? You might not even know you're associated with someone on their radar. That friend who calls once a year. If they're under surveillance, your name might be tainted by association. Think this is rare? It's not. Thousands of Americans have been quietly turned away with no charges, just suspicion. So if someone offers a deal with no paperwork and a crooked smile, think twice, especially if Canada's on your bucket list. Still feeling confident? Keep watching. The next category might make you reconsider your social media posts, and even what's in your suitcase. Number 7. Individuals marked as national security risks. Could a meme get you banned from Canada? What about a tweet, a protest sign, a controversial podcast guest, or a post from 2 years ago? In today's age of digital surveillance, yes, Canada doesn't just block criminals, it blocks those it sees as a threat. Under the same Immigration and Refugee Protection Act, anyone labeled a national security risk can be denied entry, even if they've never been charged with a crime. That's right, you don't need to be caught doing anything. Just making the wrong people uncomfortable is enough. This includes people suspected of involvement in terrorism, espionage, or political destabilization, even if it's only alleged. Intelligence agencies circulate profiles, border agents get the alerts, and suddenly your vacation becomes a deportation. Many U.S. travelers have been denied for attending protests considered anti-government or radical. Join one controversial Facebook group, and you could find yourself flagged. Good luck trying to explain all this while your Uber driver waits behind you at the border. Even military veterans have faced problems. If you served or worked in a conflict zone, or even reported from one as a journalist, Canada may view you as a risk. Sound paranoid? It's not. It's policy. Canada values stability, peace, and quiet diplomacy. If you seem like a disruptor, even by association, they won't hesitate to stop you. Still think this only happens to bad guys? Think again. Today's security threat could be nothing more than your browser history, or that one post that went viral for the wrong reasons. And the next group? They prove even the fight for justice can get you turned away. Number 6. Political activists and protest participants. You don't have to be violent or extreme. If you raise your voice in the wrong place, you could be permanently barred from entering Canada. It doesn't matter whether you held a sign, live-streamed a peaceful march, or just stood in the crowd. Speak out too boldly, support a cause viewed as controversial, or appear in one viral video, and boom, you're flagged. Think freedom of speech protects you globally? Think again. Canada keeps a discreet but growing list of individuals deemed threats to public order. On that list? Political activists, not criminals, not fugitives, just everyday people who dared to speak up. Their law uses vague terms like security risk and threat to public order. If you've protested against oil pipelines, law enforcement tactics, government policies, or foreign involvement, you could be blocked at the border. There's no trial. No hearing. Just a quiet, "You're not welcome," from a customs officer. This isn't speculation, it's already happened. Supporters of Black Lives Matter, environmental advocates, anti-war protesters, many have been stopped at Canadian borders. Some were detained. Others never made it out of the arrivals hall. And you don't need to be an organizer. Just attending a protest that got out of hand, or having a photo taken with someone arrested, might be enough. Think your group might stir up unrest? That's all it takes. You're officially a potential threat. So yes, your right to free speech might hit a wall the moment you reach Canadian airspace. The irony? Many of those being stopped are human rights advocates. On paper, Canada agrees with their causes, but that doesn't mean it wants them crossing the border. Before we go any further, take a moment, hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, and share it with someone who might need this info. Someone out there is planning a trip, totally unaware that they might already be flagged on a digital watch list. Number 5. Human rights violators and those tied to international abuses. Think your past won't follow you across borders? Think again. Some histories echo loud enough for Canada to hear, and they take it seriously. The clothes you wear now don't matter. If your name is associated with war crimes, genocide, torture, or systemic abuse, even from the distant past, you won't just be denied entry. You'll be banned outright. No questions. No nod. Just a stern look from border officials telling you to turn around. Here's the shocking part. You don't have to be the one who gave the order or pulled the trigger. Canada's immigration policies block anyone suspected of involvement in, or even willful ignorance of, human rights abuses. That includes former military personnel, government workers, prison guards, or corporate leaders who stood by while atrocities happened. If you worked under a regime with a brutal record or helped enforce unjust policies, even just following orders, Canada sees you as complicit. Think it's all in the past? Canada doesn't. They use one of the most advanced border screening systems on Earth. They scan global arrest records, UN documents, leaked reports, news exposés, and even old internet photos. That blurry picture of you in uniform? It might be all they need. Even those who never committed crimes but held leadership roles in abusive systems have been blocked. One man was refused entry because he'd worked in a foreign intelligence agency known for torture. No arrest, no trial, but enough suspicion to get banned. So if your past includes secret files, dark affiliations, or a job that required turning a blind eye, don't expect Canada to roll out the welcome mat. You might not even know you're flagged until you're stopped cold at the gate. Number 4. People with serious communicable diseases. Imagine being denied entry not because of a visa issue or criminal record, but simply because your body carries a microscopic enemy. No, it's not science fiction. Canada's border guards are on high alert for travelers with serious communicable diseases, and they're ready to send you packing. Tuberculosis, active untreated infections, or diseases deemed a threat to public health can get you banned faster than you can say, "Sorry, I'm contagious." And don't assume a simple cold or flu will do it. This is about diseases that can spark outbreaks, overwhelm hospitals, and cause public panic. Remember the COVID-19 chaos? Border policies got tougher than ever, and Canada's health officials doubled down on their scrutiny. If you show symptoms, test positive, or refuse quarantine, you're out. No exceptions. No, but I was vaccinated. Your health status can override your passport. Here's a shocking twist. Even latent infections, like latent tuberculosis, which doesn't make you sick but can activate later, can be grounds for refusal. If officials think you pose a risk to healthcare resources, it's not just about you. It's about who you might infect or burden. Imagine flying halfway across the world, dreaming of maple syrup and Mounties, only to be stopped by a medical check that reveals a hidden health risk. No refund. No reschedule. Just a one-way ticket home. Some travelers have been detained for weeks during health investigations, stuck in quarantine hotels or holding cells, all while their travel plans evaporate. Meanwhile, others never even get that far because pre-entry medical screening catches issues early. And yes, Canada takes healthcare costs seriously. If your medical condition is likely to cause excessive demand on public health or social services, that's another solid reason to be refused entry. So next time you're booking a trip, remember, your health matters, not just to you but to the border officers ready to say, "Sorry, this time you stay home. Still with me?" Good. Because the next group might shock you even more, and it involves secrets you didn't know you were hiding. Number 3. Applicants who misrepresent or commit immigration fraud. Lying on a form might seem like a harmless shortcut, until it slams the door in your face for good. One false answer, one doctored document, or one shady detail can get you banned from Canada faster than you can say, "Permanent inadmissibility." Immigration fraud isn't just a slap on the wrist. It's treated like a full-on crime. And at the Canadian border, they have zero tolerance for liars. Even a small exaggeration, claiming you worked at a job you didn't, fudging your travel history, or hiding a previous visa denial, can make you persona non grata. Here's the kicker. The government cross-checks your entire life, social media profiles, employment records. Even casual conversations can unravel your story. The moment inconsistencies pop up, the red flags start waving. And border agents love their red flags. Remember that friend who said they accidentally used a fake passport to get cheaper flights? That mistake isn't just embarrassing, it's a lifetime ban from Canadian soil. No exceptions. No second chances. And it's not just about paperwork. Canada's immigration officers are trained to spot the tiniest slip-ups. Misspell a name, mix up dates, or forget to mention a family member, and you risk being flagged for fraud. The consequences are brutal. Immediate deportation, a ban that can last years, or even forever, and a permanent stain on your immigration record. It even affects future visa applications to other countries, because information is shared globally. Some have tried appealing, begging for mercy, but Canada's strict laws make overturning a fraud-based ban nearly impossible. So before you cut corners, remember, the border isn't fooled by fancy fonts or forged stamps. It's a lie detector in disguise, ready to shut you out. Stay honest. Stay safe. Otherwise, your dream trip might turn into a nightmare you never forget. Number 2. Those who failed to comply with prior removal orders. Imagine showing up at the border, only to be told, "You're not welcome," again. Ignoring a removal order isn't a minor offense. It's a fast track to permanent exile from Canada. Skipped your last deportation date? Tried sneaking back in after being kicked out? That's a major red flag flashing at the border. Canada's immigration system remembers, and they don't forget. Like that ex who still has your stuff, only more serious. Not complying with a removal order means you've officially burned a bridge. The result? Immediate denial of entry, sometimes for years or even forever. No, sorry, try again later. Just a cold rejection and a one-way ticket back home. Some have tried creative ways to slip back in, using fake names, different passports, or sneaky routes. Spoiler alert. Canadian border agents see through that like X-ray vision. Attempting to re-enter illegally after removal? That's a criminal offense that could land you behind bars before you even set foot in the country. The shocker? Even if your reason for removal was minor, like overstaying a visa or paperwork errors, ignoring the order escalates everything. You're no longer just an overstayer, you're a repeat offender in the eyes of immigration. One traveler tried crossing after being deported twice. He was detained for weeks, lost thousands in travel costs, and was publicly banned for a decade. Ouch. If you've got a removal order hanging over you, don't gamble. It's not just a ticket denial, it's a lifetime of border nightmares. Number 1. Human smugglers and traffickers helping others cross borders illegally? That's more than just breaking the law, it's a permanent red flag. Canada draws a hard line when it comes to human smuggling and trafficking. If you're even connected to these operations, you're done. Whether you're organizing fake documents, coordinating routes, or transporting people across the border for profit, you'll be permanently banned the moment you're linked to it. It's not just illegal, it's one of the most serious grounds for inadmissibility. You won't get a second chance. No explanations. No hearings. Just a locked door and a permanent ban from Canadian soil. A handshake or a fake ID won't help you here. Even if you were just the middleman or lent a hand to someone else, you're still landing on the blacklist. Canadian border officials have zero tolerance for anyone who profits from the exploitation of others. Here's the startling truth. You don't even have to be caught red-handed. Canada relies on intelligence reports and works closely with international partners to flag and ban suspected facilitators well before they reach the border. Phone calls, emails, even suspicious travel habits, any of it could raise a red flag. Get caught smuggling? That means automatic deportation and a lifetime ban. But it doesn't stop there. You could also face serious criminal prosecution, heavy financial penalties, and years behind bars. This isn't some action movie plot. These are real people's lives being destroyed by trafficking operations, and Canada is taking an aggressive stance to shut them down for good. Bottom line. Being involved in human smuggling or trafficking doesn't just destroy other people's lives. It destroys your shot at ever setting foot in Canada again. If this opened your eyes, hit that subscribe button and tap the like. It helps more than you know. These little-known truths about Canada's silent bans could affect far more travelers than people realize. Share this video with any friends or relatives thinking about heading north. Make sure no one gets caught off guard at the border. Being informed is your strongest defense. And there's more jaw-dropping info coming, so stick around and keep watching, because your next trip might just depend on it.